Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. With me Matt. We have a 1v1 field here on Arnhem Checkpoint. Let's go through the players. It's on the Western Front today. Whereas in the United States, we have Mercury UK as the United States of America. Not a commander choice. They're just going out for some riflemen and a recon team early on. That's intriguing. Represent the Mthis. We have Smokey as propaganda tactics. This should be fascinating to see if they'll go for any Folkstorm. And indeed, they have queued up a Folkstorm after their Storm Grenadiers. So they're going to try and get some more terrain. I have not seen Americans go for a recon team early. That's going to be interesting. Not sure how good they are to get early. They are cheap though, so they might help capture territory that way. They're not the best. They're not combat infantry though. They are just recon. Running there with a, I think their Springfield and a grease gun. Americans need to secure some points so they actually can get connected to their territory. Means they'll need this point. So they are going for their fuel here first. Well, the Germans have just set up inside the church, but they're moving into this residential area instead. We're just gonna get some good shots there on the riflemen. That's gonna force Mercury off. Very aggressive move there from the Storm Pioneers, and looks like it might have paid off there. We are seeing more Americans arriving on the battlefield though. Looks like the recon team went all the way up there. That's an intriguing way to go. I think the Storm Pioneer is going to win this engagement because the Americans don't have the armor precision upgrade yet. But they're actually getting some kills, and the Storm Pioneers do lose a lot of firepower as their models go down. However, they maintain their Sturmgewehr squad leader. Looks like we also have a commander choice here from the United States. Looks like it's going to be mechanized. Mechanized is generally a pretty decent choice. Yeah, seeing some variation on trying to flank. Now can someone get away thanks to the barrels? Folkstorm trying to get inside the church here. And more Americans are heading out. Variation on the flank here. Recon team got very close to the Storm Grenadiers there, so they're gonna have to run off. They actually go down by the looks of it. Oh, not a good start here for Mercury. They're not getting any resources at the moment. The Americans really need to get this point going so they can get resources. But now the Americans are starting to show up in force with their riflemen. And don't underestimate riflemen even if there's a lot of them, because they are pretty competent, but they just need that ammo upgrade now from the lieutenant building. Because once they get that, the Americans actually become very potent with their basic infantry. That's 3 units of American riflemen, and 3 units of Folkstorm coming on. That is a very big investment into cheap infantry. They are cheap, so it might be worth it. It's one of the few units that the Waffen-SS can actually just use a lot of if they are playing as propaganda, because they are cheap to reinforce and everything. They're militia though, so don't expect them to get a lot of kills. Unless in a very good position. And they already have to run off there. Losing to Americans without their weapon upgrade, or well, without their ammo upgrade. Storm Grenadiers though will do a lot of good work at long range. You guys need to be behind heavy cover. But the Americans are securing a lot of territory now. They even got an MG-34 up early. Oh, the Germans got an MG-34 up early, I mean. Americans getting a 30 cal. My bad. Oh yeah, that was Vietnam in trouble. Looks like they made. Oh yeah, looks like they make it. Lucky. But the reaction are not that important. Ooh, Storm Grenadiers almost killed that rifleman. Looks like he makes it. And the 34 and Folkstorm now threatening the center from the Americans. Force them out of the town, but the Americans have secured a lot of territory now. One more Folkstorm are being called in. I guess the Germans have a lot of the locals here fighting to defend their territory from the invaders. Or at least that's what they are made to believe, I'm pretty sure. Vertical sitting up here. So there's going to be the air-cooled one using the MG-34 model on sounds.
The capture point is under attack.
I think in Company Heroes 3 we actually do have just the air-cooled 30 caliber as the machine gun of the United States. With its own model and everything, which I think was really needed.
Ready to deploy.
Ambush there behind the truck with the MG-34 Volksturm inside the building. Storm Grenadiers are getting shot up pretty close here, but that Splitting Grenade might save them. Oh no, they actually didn't do a lot. That's a dead Sturm Grenadier. That's a very expensive loss. And we have some Sturm Pioneers with MP40s on the southern flank. Rushing up to secure more ground. But the Americans are securing some territory themselves. Now, a thing Mercury could do, because they're playing as mechanized, is they could go for the mechanized riflemen instead of the normal riflemen. It costs the same, and I think they're generally just better. They just don't have any AT rifle grenades. Oh, they just mowed down those Volkssturm in seconds, even without the ammo upgrade, I think. Yeah, they don't have access to it yet. They're about to get access to it, however. But that's a lot of Americans coming down here. They did lay some mines. We have some Thompsons with drum magazines here, which is a unique upgrade for riflemen if you're playing as mechanized. Generally, I just go for the cavalry troopers if I'm playing mechanized rather than the riflemen. That's just my own opinion, however. I like the cavalry troopers. I think they're cool. One firefight here, but I think the Sturm Pioneers have the advantage so far. Problem is, there's just a lot of Americans here with cover. But no side is really hitting the other at the moment.
Heavy machine gun team ready for battle.
Looks like we have an early forward HQ set up here by the Waffen-SS. That goes. And we have an MP08 arriving here. The German machine gun of the First World War, also utilized by the Volkssturm. Okay, now the Sturm Pioneers switch target, a good choice, because the riflemen are only behind medium cover. Or light cover. You guys are behind heavy cover at long range. You can see just how long the firefights are here with heavy cover to cover fighting. Although I think the Sturm Pioneers are slowly winning it, thanks to those MP40s. Americans are getting the ammo upgrade, which is definitely going to boost all of their riflemen tremendously, but they all going to start firing 50% faster at all ranges. Which is a pretty high number, actually. Volksgrenadier is flanking.
The command vehicle has converted to a static building.
And the Americans just switch target now on to the Volkssturm. You also have a half-track here with some combat engineers. No upgrades for the combat engineers yet. Do remember, Volkssturm do have Panzerfaust, so you need to be cautious if you get close. Oh, they're gonna get it off. Yeah, that was a little bit of a problem. But the Americans still have the surviving combat engineers, which can be useful. Mines up here. Companions are still slowly winning down here with MP40s.
Combat unit ready.
The good old Schmeissers. Combat engineers just keeping an eye here with Amon Garants. There's just 2 of them left. Yeah, taking the field though, but we do have some 3rd SS veterans coming onto the fields. A unique elite infantry unit you can get if you're playing as propaganda. However, you can only have 1 element in the field at a time. We have more and more Volkssturm arriving here. I think those, they probably have to get out of there, those combat engineers, especially when they spot those veterans. They might die. They're not gonna get home. Yep, mowed down quickly.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
More Americans arriving on the battlefield here. And those veterans supported by some Volkssturm is going to be a lot harder to deal with in this orchard area. You have an American 30 caliber here to hold the ground. They're going to run straight into the vertical, these veterans. And I don't think they're prepared for that. Do get behind some heavy cover, but that might not help them with long, especially with all the riflemen showing up. Especially with one of them having a BAR ready. They're trying to surround them, and they immediately realize and start to fall back. You don't want to get surrounded by Americans, and they now have the ammo upgrade, so they're going to start mowing them down close range. You see, they fire a lot faster now. Almost killed the squad there. But the Americans are basically just going to be a lot more lethal now with that upgrade. Be able to dish out a lot of firepower in a short amount of time. And MG34 might be in trouble. They just have to target it. They're targeting the building with the Volkssturm. Allowed the MG34 to get around the truck. I don't think the Americans want to stay in that building anymore. Another squad goes inside, but it gets suppressed. Well, there might be some dead Americans. Yeah, one squad goes down there. We do have a lieutenant arriving here. Operating from the front with his squeeze gun. And we do see some cavalry troopers coming out now. Unique riflemen available too. Mechanized. Generally one of my favorite American units you can get early on. Because you don't have to get any command points for them, I'm pretty sure. You can just get them straight out the gate. Really cool squad, by the way. They just don't have any AT equipment unless you can get them veteran seats to give them a bazooka, but it's definitely not much of a problem, I think. I like them a lot. Artillery being called here by the lieutenant. So it's going to be around here. Just normal light artillery. Didn't do a lot. I was just scared the Germans to move. And the Stubenpioneers are still fighting with the re-echelon. But they finally managed to force re-echelon off. See, that was a long-range firefight. It just took forever. That was cool to see. Ooh, Lieutenant is very brave here. The Americans are threatening the fuel point. Volksturm are using the heavy cars in advance, but the pineapple's going out. They in return. Those are the Americans, but they won that engagement. Because now that they are suppressed, they cannot really do much. So the Thompsons are slowly just breaking them down. Lieutenant does make it out of there. Looks like we have a pack arriving here for the Mthis. That's going to force the Americans off. Oh, we now have the mechanized troopers here arriving with a... Oh, they have a Springfield equipped. Okay. Springfield sniper rifle. Or marksman rifle. That might allow them to win that engagement over prolonged firefighting, but I'm not really sure how good the marksman rifles are now. I suppose we'll find out in time. So far, they haven't really scored a hit with it. M1 Garand sent out to the re-echelon to improve their firepower.
A capture point is being overrun. MG-42! Be ready! Order!
Just a very good firefight going on here sometimes. Long-range firefights. I enjoy it. Now, the veterans here are definitely going to win those very easily because the scopes do give us... That's a smoke grenade to cover the retreat. But it might not be enough. Oh, yeah, he does not make it. Oh, yeah, they are slowly winning, but they are taking some hard hits themselves. Captain also got suppressed there and pinned by the MG-44. I think the mechanized troops are actually still losing somewhat. Oh no, they got another kill there. The marksman rifle is definitely showing.
Unit ready for action.
They just actually hit their target. And yeah, the Stubenpioneers are falling back. Ooh, artillery landing around the MG-44. Looks like it survived. They can reinforce thanks to the Ford HQ here. Lieutenant now present here. Using his squeeze gun and his entourage with M1 Garands, but they're slowly being killed by the Volksturm inside the building. Veterans holding the ground up here, doing a pretty good job with their scope, Gewehr 43 as well as... Is it a Gewehr 43? It is. And doubles Sturm Gewehr with scopes. This is just a very good long-range brawling squad. Yeah, already getting some very good shots in on the Americans here. Probably that machine gun is going to set up soon. Oh, they're actually just out of range. The machine gun cannot actually hit them. Americans trying to push here again, but the Germans do have the machine gun still covering the center. The Americans cannot really push up. Where's the captain? Captain arriving here, but he doesn't have enough munitions for an artillery strike. Germans have not made a push down here yet. The Germans are ready for an armored encounter. They're already getting a Panzer IV-J. Americans have not gotten any tanks yet. Because the Americans are going to try to overrun the veterans here. But the veterans are just killing anything that gets too close. Volksgrid just didn't manage to get close to get mowed down.
Forward elements report and infantry unit lost.
I think these veterans might actually want to get out of there at some point. They might want to throw a blink over to cover their retreat.
Hands up here, ready for action.
I like that they're focusing on the machine gun first. That's actually pretty smart. And they actually succeeded in it. Because they forced the machine gun off and actually kill it. But there's only 2 of them left.
Grenadier are on the line.
And more Americans are coming. They might just want to get out of there. The Panzer J has arrived though. It just needs to be relocated to the front. Oh, I mean, we might see the veterans die. Ooh. And the veteran makes it. That is really damn lucky. Panzer J is leading the way now. Alpha Grenade does not do anything. Just bounces off the front. MG42 is being upgraded on the top of this thing. Should allow it to do a lot more damage to the American infantry. And the Americans are lacking AT equipment at the moment. I think this Panzer will be able to do a lot of work. Not looking good for the United States at the moment. We are getting an AT gun. Looks like it's going to be the 57. And German machine guns are still being an issue for the Americans. No tanks are coming out yet for the Americans. They are taking up though 4 Shermans, so they are getting a company command post here. We should allow them to get the Shermans, the M4A3, which is the unique one.
Anti-tank gun, ready for action.
M4A3 HVSS, that's the one, which is the unique one for mechanized, which is just a better Sherman, like way better Sherman. Is it the platoon I need? And I need the platoon, okay. Oh, no medics yet, so the Americans are not actually able to heal up at the moment. You have the 57 arriving here for the United States. Mines being prepared here by the Volksturm. Namely a good usage of them. Being suppressed out on the open road. Artillery being called here by the lieutenant. Also, there's going to be some more light artillery around the MG44. Oh, and it kills it entirely! Oh, that was a good artillery strike right there. And that's actually an opening the United States can make use of. The Americans don't know the center has been booby-trapped though. Which is also one of the unique things that propaganda can do. They can booby-trap points and even booby-trap buildings. But I rarely see people use the booby-trap building option. Panzer IV pushing up now. The Americans still don't know how to have a lot to stop it. Where's the 57? It's up there. Oh, that captain is almost dead. Americans had to push down here, but the MG08 stopped them from this farmhouse. Overlooking the vineyards. I think the lieutenant might win this engagement against the Volksturm thanks to the church tower here. We are seeing the A3 coming up, the HVSS Sherman, which will definitely be a little bit more of a challenge for the Panzer IV, I think. Jones trying to push up here. Oh, 57 got a good shot on the driver. That's the driver? Oh, it was a turret traverse. Looks like it manages to back off though. We have an MG42 to replace the MG34. Volksturm died on the retreat, thanks to the lieutenant inside the church. Also some more combat engineers on the field. Church was went into a 4 days queue by the United States. Guess they want to stay operating from here or something.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
A3 arriving. But the MG42 is going to get a lot of shots in. The MG42 is a very good machine gun, as you can see. Probably the best basic heavy machine gun for any faction. You could also use white phosphorus, I think. I think white phosphorus would actually be a good call against the Germans here. Artillery coming in. Oh, never mind. The normal house almost killed the MG42 there again. Now we have the Sherman showing up. Volkstem are dying left and right. But they are cheap to replace. Which is very rare for Germans to have a unit they can just cheaply replace. I think it's only the Osttruppen and the Volkstem that can actually do that effectively. Which have triggered. Lieutenant almost kills. Panzer IV is going to try and move up to engage with the A3. I think the A3 has much superior armor. Yeah, it has a lot higher armor rating. Good and 80 more armor rating. That's a very dangerous Sherman to try and fight. How expensive is the A3? That's actually not expensive at all. Pretty good tank.
You're ready. Send your orders. What the hell?
Panzer IV is going for it. Doesn't hit. A3 doesn't penetrate either because it's still used a 75mm gun. Penetration from the HGA, very nice. Panzerfaust was trying to go off. Oh, smoke popped. They got penetrated by the 57. Second Panzer IV is going to be arriving. The Americans get some repairs on that German. But the Americans are running up now with their Thompsons. Need to focus on the MG42. Which they are doing now. MG42 has been suppressed. Each shell loaded. Let's remember the Jays do not arrive at high explosive shells. MG42 decrewed. Sherman pushing up, that's very aggressive of it. No penetration. Artillery being called in here by the... Oh! Sherman taken out.
We just lost a medium tank.
There's some more light howitzers. But second Panzer IV is now here. The Americans are lacking AT equipment still, which is going to allow the Panzers to move up more effectively. It's only 157. And MG42's on the top now. Oh, looks like the anti-tank rifle grenade actually did something. That's rare. Fountain has blown up, so water is spilling out everywhere on town square. Well, I would call this a village square in all honesty. It's not much of a town. More like a village. One more Volkstem are being pulled to the front line though, so I guess the Germans are really intending on holding this place. 57 got a good penetration there. Don't underestimate the 57, it's actually got a very good rate of fire and penetration.
Prepare yourselves. Grenadier, ready for action. God damn it!
Not sure what Smoker was meaning with that.
Send orders.
Good job on the Americans though, they managed to stabilize despite lacking in AT equipment. The small 57 has done a lot of work. So it's been with a targeting scope, and allowed to be more accurate. Although I think with the 57 the improved breach might be better, just because of the rate of fire it can dish out. That's just my opinion. Accuracy is also very important. Lots of marksman rifles hand out to the mechanized troopers.
Just took the battlefield.
Just like their Springfields. Doing a lot of damage though still. The Panzer IV are almost ready to fight again. One of them is technically ready. We are seeing a tech up fully here for the United States, so we might see EC8s if the battle lasts long enough. As I say, the problem with the J is it doesn't have any high explosive shells, so it's gonna suck against all these entrenched American infantry. This 57 is getting a lot of work done. It's all deficiency free. Veterans on the flank here inside the small house, but I don't think that's going to help a lot. That's what Jay's trying to push up here now. With lots of Foxstem for supplementing firepower. But Americans are covering the way. Each shell loaded. It's aiming straight for the AT gun. Trying to destroy it. Americans need to recruit it. They're trying to destroy the AT gun, I think. Visual managed to grab it. So the Panzer Force backing off again. AT gun decrewed again, but they do have re-echelon to reman it. He also maintains the scope you upgraded it with, so that's handy. But now it no longer has his veterancy. Good shot in the rear though. That's Panzer Force going to be off for a while. Smokey might be saving up for the Tiger Ace, which is a unique colon you can get for the propaganda tactics late game. The Americans can soon get access to the EC-8. They just need the fuel. MD-08 is still holding down here. Ooh, those coming in here is not going to get a lot of good angles there. Yep. Got the pieces. That's not a good retreat path. But looks like they might... No, they did not make it.
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out.
Americans could probably invest in a second AT gun in all honesty.
There's a major reporting for action.
Because of the major arriving. Looks like he's going to arrive without his Sherman. He's just there to buff the defense. And probably just put him inside the church in all honesty. More comedians arriving here for the United States.
Steady up, fellas. I got orders coming. Listen up, fellas. All right, you dopes, listen up.
The Americans really need to get a tank out, I think, though. They can soon get the EC-8 if it just lasts a little bit longer. Against the Tiger, that's not going to work a lot. Looks like we have a big push from the Germans going northwards. Lots of Volkssturm leading the way for the Panzers. It's going to need to relocate and turn. No penetration there. Artillery call in.
We've lost a squad of infantry.
EC-8 is coming out. AT going to suck on any penetrations there yet. The Panzer Force are backing off. Pretty good engagement so far. The Americans are still holding on pretty damn well here. Looks like all the AT guns and stuff can still move all day in camouflage, which I emphasize, but they really shouldn't. But I think that's just a bug of some kind. The 57 is very mobile as an AT gun, and we also have the Tiger Ace arriving now, which is definitely going to be a problem for the United States. Germans are taking in with some dirt bungers. The Volkssturm have gotten some new orders here. You have the first EC-8, but I think the Tiger Ace can just chew straight through this thing. The Tiger's gonna go for the town. You see a demo charge being set up here by the building. And note, this thing arrives with a incendiary shrapnel round instead of a high explosive one, which is very good against buildings. That church might be in trouble. Here comes the German Panzer assault. Good shot there, easy it down.
A medium tank was just lost.
Yeah, I think the Americans taking enough AT here. Both heat shells are loaded, they're going to destroy the AT gun.
We lost an infantry unit.
Yeah, that's worth it for GG. I really think the Americans shouldn't have gone for the EC-8s. I think they could have gone for more of the normal Germans and tried to overrun the Germans before the Tiger arrived. That is just my opinion. I hope you all enjoyed this short little skirmish. And I'll see you on the next one, everyone. Bye-bye.